look at him. Hello everybody, it's Katie here. So finally, after months and months of waiting, we got a Shadow and Bone trailer. I was looking back at my Shadow and Bone tag on Tumblr, and we were asking for a trailer for this back in June last year. So we were desperate for something, some footage. It feels surreal that it's finally here. So I have already watched the trailer because I watched the panel yesterday with my sister, who is also a huge fan. And whilst I am okay with publicly humiliating myself for the sake of entertainment, she is not. So I didn't film a reaction at the time. Also, I just wanted to focus on the panel as well. And since they released the trailer first, I didn't want to miss out on the panel as it was happening. I have mad respect for the people who don't press play on trailers and clips until they can film a reaction. That could not be me in the slightest. When something drops, if I am able to watch it there and then, I will watch it there and then. I cannot hold myself back. And I have the nerve to call myself a booktuber. So I ended up watching it twice. The first time was on the computer during the live stream, and I was just in freak out mode. And then I watched it again later. I put it on the TV so I could see it in big and really soak it all in. And that time, I nearly cried. I know I'm mainly interested in the Six of Crows side of this story. That's always been my favourite part of this world. I didn't love Shadow and Bone. I didn't really connect with those characters, whereas Six of Crows is one of my favourite stories of all time. But seeing the Shadow and Bone book come to life in that trailer hit me in a way I didn't think it would. I got far more emotional than I expected. Like, even though I didn't love the story at the time when I was reading it, just seeing the visuals of it, I don't have words to describe what I went through. But anyway, I am going to watch the trailer back again now, just so I can discuss it with you, focus on little bits that I probably missed out on in the excitement of everything else. So before we get into this, I do want to say that it has been a long time since I read the Shadow and Bone trilogy, so I probably would have forgotten a lot of little details about that story. I never actually intended to reread that trilogy, but now the trailer has made me want to. So yeah, if I just forget huge chunks of things or make any mistakes, then that's why. My screen is filthy. Jesus.
The Shadow Font.
So first of all, having Ben Barnes do the voiceover for this.
A scar on the map.
Also, can we talk about how the Shadowfold looks? It looks like it did in my head.
That tore our country in two. How do we do it here? I'll make it.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really like Book Mal, or Bookalina for that matter, but I feel like I'm going to love them a lot more in the show, especially Mal, because it has a chance to delve more into his story. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know more about him that isn't just from Alina's perspective.
Goodness.
I'm gonna pause it literally every 10 seconds. When I was thinking about what I wanted a trailer to look like, I did want it to include the boat, because that's always one of the scenes that sticks out to me the most from the book anyway. And honestly, seeing this in the trailer got to me so much because it looks like it came directly from my head. Like, it completely looks how I imagined it. And yeah.
To destroy it, we need a miracle.
Oh, you're gonna get the miracle. That entire boat scene, I'm not gonna get over it anytime soon, let me just say. The Volcra, oh my god. The visuals. Netflix put some money into this. It's got a budget. I'm so used to seeing YA adaptations that just don't have the budget that they need. Shadowhunters. So to see some incredible visual effects and the light as well, I'm emotional. Don't get me started on the music, honestly.
So who actually saw what happened?
Ben
We
Barnes.
were attacked. And then there was a searing light.
This scene
Asleep.
just looks so perfect.
What are you?
So I know I said that I wasn't that drawn in by Mal in the books, and Mal and Alina's relationship wasn't something that I necessarily enjoyed about the story, but that moment where he's chasing after the carriage, my heart. I don't know, I just feel like I'm going to appreciate them a lot more seeing them on screen, and I'm really excited about that. The budget. Jesper's wink, Kaz's cane, and Nash. The noises that I emitted in that moment when I first watched the trailer, I made sure to put my dog in a different room in the house so that I didn't scare the shit out of him, because I knew that the second I saw the crows I was going to go feral on a scale that I have never done before. And I did. I can't get over the Shadowfold, I really can't.
What are you?
A map maker, sir.
Our map maker. Well, you and I are going to change the world.
The line. This whole scene. That whole scene at the end. This scene, the way that the palace looks, the darkness and the light, I can't get over how close it looks to the images I had in my head when I was reading the story. Like visually, it just looks perfect. Also, can we talk about this scene with Genya? It's just the way everything looks so perfect. I need to put my Mac down because honestly my arm is starting to hurt. But seriously, on a visual level, it's just pure perfection. The music is so stunning. The music is always such a big part for me when it comes to the things that I watch. Even when the film or the show isn't that good, like with City of Bones, if it has good music, then you just feel a lot more emotion. And the music in that trailer was definitely one of the things that made me almost cry when I was watching it. It's just so pretty and I can't wait to hear more of the music in the show. I still can't believe we're actually getting this. So you don't need me to tell you how thrilled I am that Ben Barnes is playing the Darkling. I know there were some people in the fandoms that weren't too happy at first because of his age, but honestly I think the show has made the right decision in aging the characters up, especially the Darkling, because in that trailer Ben looked so intimidating. I just think he's the perfect fit, so I have absolutely no complaints with regards to the cast. I know I've only seen quick glimpses, but so far they're perfect. And I think the show is aiming for the older side of the YA audience as well. It's rated a 15, I think, so yay for violence. I think it'll allow them to tell the story in the way that they need to. So yeah, I think the highlight from that trailer, other than the crows because I'm biased, is Ben Barnes. That's so very me of me. I think with his voiceover, it does a great job of drawing the audience in. So on to the highlight of the trailer for me. Unsurprisingly, it is the crows. Kaz with his cane. Oh my god. If I didn't think that Freddie Carter was perfect for Kaz before this trailer, then I definitely do now. I mean... but look at him. Look at him. Look at the cane. Look at his haircut. Look at his cheekbones. Look at the way he looks. Kaz is absolutely one of my favourite fictional characters of all time, so to see somebody bring him to life in a way that looks like it's directly taken from my head is just surreal. I'm gonna cry when we hear him speak. So that was the thing about this trailer, is the only people who spoke really were the Darkling, Alina and Mal. We don't hear the other characters, but just know that the first time we hear Kaz speak, I'm going to lose my mind. But Inej and Jasper look perfect as well. I'm so excited to see more of them. I forgot to talk about the pictures that we randomly had dropped on us after this trailer. There's specifically one that I just need to cry about. And it's this one. The gun, look at Jasper, please, just look at him. Look at him. He looks like that. Yeah. So there's that. Also, I had a complete meltdown over this. She is so beautiful. I feel really bad because I know I'm not talking as much about the Shadow and Bone characters, but I did think Alina was fantastic in that trailer. I loved her look. I really do feel like I'm going to enjoy show Alina a lot more than I enjoyed book Alina. So I just want to talk about the panel for a little bit as well, because they were talking about how they merge the Six of Crows story into Shadow and Bone, because I think a lot of us were unclear on how that was going to work. And they basically kind of said that it's not the Six of Crows story yet, that in this season it is Shadow and Bone and then the Six of Crows characters before we see them in Six of Crows. So it's basically like their prequel story. I know we get some of their backstory in the 2 books anyway, so I assume it's going to expand on that, how their bonds with each other formed. So it's going to be a lot of new material, and honestly I'm really excited for that. I wouldn't have wanted them to delve into the actual Six of Crows story yet without Wylan, because Wylan is one of the crows. He's such a huge part of that story. So I'm completely happy that it's their prequel. Obviously I'm desperate to see Six of Crows on screen, but I'm happy to wait. Fingers crossed we get a season 2. Believe me when I say I'm going to push this show onto absolutely everyone. Because if we don't get a second season and we never actually get to Nikolai or Wylan, then what is the point? So I think that panel made everything a lot clear as to how it's going to happen. Also, it just made me really respect the cast a lot. Not that I didn't before, but just in what they were saying about the characters and how much they love the story, especially when it comes to Amita and Jesse. They did talk about the diversity in the show and about how important it is to show strong women of all backgrounds on screen. And they just said such beautiful things that honestly I nearly cried during the panel as well. And it made me so much more excited to see this story. And I just hope that people support it, because Lee and the cast deserve this. So yeah, I'm just really excited for April 23rd. I think the trailer has definitely made me look at the original trilogy in a new light. It's definitely given me a new excitement for it. So yeah, I am hyped. As always, there will be so much that I have forgotten to mention, so if there is anything about the trailer that you would like to discuss, then please drop it down in the comments. Unleash all of your opinions on me. What did you think about the trailer? Did it live up to your expectations? Did it disappoint you in any way? It absolutely lived up to my expectations, which I'm thrilled about, because honestly, with how long we've waited, I've hyped it up so much in my mind that I was worried it was going to be a little bit of a letdown. It wasn't. It was everything that I wanted it to be, even with the fact that there wasn't that much of the crows in there, and that's my story that I love the most. I still wasn't disappointed because it just looked so epic. I just want the best for this show, I really do. So yeah, I will say goodbye here. and go back to Tumblr to reblog the same 50 gifs of the crows from the same 5 seconds of the trailer and patiently wait for more content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time